These are the Gateway painted quartz pieces. You can see this little portrait here with the eye and the nose, kind of facing one of the fired clay portraits. Showing you the style of the art, the way that the faces are kind of on top of each other. This is a really neat stone here. It's got a lot of different portraits on it. There's also one facing to the left here. So just starting off from right to left, I suppose, you'll start to see, let's just go ahead and let you guys take a look at a few of these. They'll start popping out at you. And when you see a bunch of them at one time like this, it is kind of helpful. Just a giant spear point here. Get a little closer. And we'll go over a few of these. There's a couple that stand out pretty well. There's a nice little smiling face character on this stone that you might not be able to see unless it's pointed out to you. Of course, you can see the eye and the eyebrow and the cheek. And you'll start to see those on all of these stones when you catch certain ones at certain angles. So looking at these through the screen helps me as well to see them. It's a very interesting carved one. You can see a lot of different carvings on it. And perhaps a face, just give you a kind of a style. Perhaps some birds on that as well. Many of these are yellow on one side and then black on the other. This one I think might be a bird man. So they always have this big outside image, and then there's going to be tons of smaller images inside. This one's a little hard to decipher for me. Perhaps you guys can see the characters on it. Looks like perhaps just a bird this way, but it's kind of a weird one. So again, this one here, probably much like that one we looked at over there, one way or the other. Maybe. Oh yeah, definitely. So you can see how the recessed face is here. This line denoting the face, and then inside this painting will be a painting of an eye, and then the little ripple for the mouth. And then you can see how the lines here representing hair. And we can flip this one over. There's probably, it might not be the easiest one to see. Yeah, that one's much easier. So facing to the left, we see the recessed face again. These large square ones, they're complicated. And what's neat about these Gateway style pieces is that, let's go ahead and flip this one over and see what we might see. This is the one that we looked at first. Very similar in style, but they are a little bit different because they're painted different, and sometimes they're made of different stones. This one on the other side is amazing for right side profiles. Wow. Look at all that stuff on there. As we know, we have to be careful not to smack these together because they are just crystals. They're all this color. So just kind of taking a quick look at a few of these here together. I'm not sure what this one might be. Of course, it's just a few faces, but kind of an oddball out of the collection here. Continuing with the Gateways here. This one's a fan favorite, of course. The stripe of black. And then, of course, on the left-hand side, too, there's quite a few little things on here, bird heads. And what's great about all of these is they fit in the hand really well. Full bird. Two birds. Interesting one. So these, let's see if we can get it in the light rather well, but these are just statues of women.